Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and today we're doing an update on the onion and celery seeds that we started a few weeks ago. We started these onion and celery seeds together on January 2nd. Today is now January 24th, so it has been a little over 3 weeks since we started these, so let's take a look and see how they're doing. These are our onions. As you can see, they've grown pretty tall. They're probably about 4 inches tall now. I think these things grow a little bit every single day. They've been growing so fast. The onions took about 4 days to start germinating. And then I would say over about the next week, every day there was more sprouting up. Until about a week and a half after they first started sprouting, that's when they stopped. And now we have as many onions as we're gonna have. I haven't actually counted all of the onions in here, but I can guarantee that there's more than I can plant that came up. So that's fantastic. I can always find homes for the rest of them. I'm not worried about that. So as far as these seeds go in the germination rate, these were the Patterson onion seeds that I got from Seeds and Such. And even though I was a little disappointed with the amount of seeds that were in the packet, the germination rate has definitely made up for it. So I am very happy so far with the quality of the seeds that I got from this packet of seeds from Seeds and Such. The celery here, you can see, has started to come up as well. And they're also just starting to get their first true leaves. That's super exciting. The celery seeds took about 11 days to start germinating. And I would say it took about 5 days for all of these to come up. There are 6 plants in here. We planted a total of 8 seeds. So 2 of the seeds didn't germinate, but 6 did. And I'm very happy with that. These were the seeds. They are from M.I. Gardner, the Utah tall celery. So far, I'm very pleased with what I have. I'm gonna leave these onions in these containers until they are ready to be planted outside. These onions are not gonna start to bulb before I put them outside, so I'm not concerned about them outgrowing the containers that they're in. I do, however, have a little extra popping up here. We'll just take that little guy out. The celery here, however, this is going to outgrow this 4-cell container. So at some point these are going to probably have to be up potted before I put them outside. And then I haven't decided whether I'm going to try to separate these and keep all 4 of these, or if I'm going to thin them out so I have just 2 of them like I had intended. I'm not going to lie, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit to thin plants. I feel like if they went through that much effort to grow and they're really set on growing, then I hate to take that from them, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to separate them and still have them thrive when I do that. So this might be an experiment that we try so that I don't actually have to end up killing these 2. I'm probably going to start a few more celery seeds just for some friends of mine. This is more than enough for me, but I know I have some friends that aren't going to be able to take the time to start their own seeds, so I volunteered to start them for them. Figured it's something I love to do, so why not help them out? These are the trays from Bootstrap Farmer that I got. So far I've been really happy with these 2 that I've used so far. They're really sturdy. They've held up great. I can move them around and I don't feel like the plants are going to fall out of them like they did when I was using just these Jiffy trays. Those just didn't feel the sturdiest, and I had to make sure that I had them held in just the right way to support all of the plants and all of that weight from the plants and the soil that was in the tray, to make sure that they didn't tip or crack. and in any way kind of ruin all that hard work that I put into planting those plants. Let's talk about these lights. So these lights I got from Amazon. They are 4-foot long Borea T5 lights. I'll put a link to them down in the description below, as well as these trays. This shelving system I have is only a 3-foot shelf, so these lights do extend a little bit. If I had a 4-foot shelf, they would fit perfectly, as well as these 2 trays would fit perfectly as well. You see, they kind of come off a little bit at the ends here, but I've never had a problem with stability with that. And when I bought these, the 3-foot shelf was way more affordable than the 4-foot shelf, so 3-foot shelf it was. These lights here are on a timer. I have them set so that they are lit for 14 hours. These onions are long day onions, which means they like at least 14 hours of sunlight a day. So I have these lights set to turn on early in the morning and then turn off later in the evening. That way they're on for a full 14 hours to give these plants the light that they need to thrive. This is the exact same setup I had last year as well, with the exception of, different trays. But the light setup is exactly the same as I did last year, and it worked really well for me. That is why I'm doing it again this year. I expect to have really great results from it again. We'll see. One thing I do want to mention with these lights, they come in a set of 6, and they connect together. They connect together at the end with this. If you decide to use these lights, or for that matter, any lights that have a similar setup to this, make sure that you don't connect more together than you're supposed to. These come in sets of 6, and you can connect 6 of these lights together. Do not connect more than that, or you will risk setting them on fire. Like, somebody actually did that, use these exact same lights, but connected more than they were supposed to, and it did turn into a fire hazard. So as long as you follow instructions, don't connect more than 6 at a time. These lights are amazing. They work perfectly, and I don't have any problems whatsoever with them. So they are something that I highly recommend if you're looking for grow lights. It won't be too much longer now before we get to start even more seeds. Definitely stay tuned for that, and to watch the progress of these little plants and see how they do over the course of time. If you want to know what I'm planning to grow this year, definitely check out my video on my vegetable seeds, as well as my video on my flowers and herb seeds. That'll give you the entire range of what I'm planning to grow this year. If you want to see how I started these, you can check out my video on starting my onion and celery seeds. I will link both of those videos down below. If you haven't seen them already, definitely check them out. So thank you so much for joining me on my update today. Stay tuned for even more updates as we really kick this garden season into gear. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Please also hit subscribe, and if you hit the bell next to subscribe, you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you next time.